Get Out, released in 2017, is a psychological thriller that delves into themes of race, exploitation, and horror. The film opens with a chilling scene. A black man is wandering through a deserted neighborhood when he is confronted by a white car. He attempts to retreat, but an unseen assailant knocks him unconscious and abducts him. The story then shifts to Chris Washington, a talented photographer, who is preparing to meet his girlfriend Rose Armitage's parents for the first time. Chris is understandably anxious, especially given the historical tension surrounding interracial relationships. Rose assures him that her liberal, educated family won't have any issues with his race. Nevertheless, Chris reaches out to his friend Rod, who works in security, for reassurance. As Chris and Rose drive to her family's estate, they encounter a police officer who racially profiles Chris, demanding to see his ID instead of Rose's. This encounter serves as a foreboding introduction to the unsettling dynamics that Chris will face in the Armitage household. Upon arriving, they are warmly greeted by Rose's parents, Dean and Missy. Dean, a neurosurgeon, attempts to ease Chris's discomfort, but there is an undercurrent of awkwardness as he discusses the benefits of being black. During dinner, Chris meets Rose's brother, Jeremy, who makes bizarre comments about race, further highlighting the family's strange behavior. The tension escalates when Chris spends the night in the guest room. He is drawn to a peculiar sight, a black man, Logan, acting strangely and seemingly trapped in a white woman's life. The next day, Chris notices that the Armitage household employs black servants, all of whom appear to be in a daze, hinting at something sinister beneath the surface. Missy, who is revealed to be a hypnotist, offers to help Chris quit smoking by hypnotizing him. Despite his reluctance, Chris is put under and experiences a terrifying sensation of losing control over his body, a foreshadowing of what's to come. At a party thrown by the Armitages, Chris feels increasingly alienated. He overhears unsettling conversations and observes that the guests are overly interested in his physicality. A flash from his camera seemingly disrupts the party, causing several guests to react violently, revealing their true predatory nature. As Chris investigates further, he discovers a hidden compartment in Rose's belongings filled with photographs of her past black boyfriends, contradicting her claim that Chris is her first. Feeling trapped and frightened, he tries to reach Rod for help, but the phone lines are cut. In a shocking twist, it is revealed that Rose's family has developed a horrifying procedure that allows rich white people to transplant their brains into the bodies of black individuals. This grotesque practice is justified by the belief that black bodies possess superior physical traits, turning Chris into a target. After being captured and restrained, Chris learns from a disturbing video that he is to be auctioned off as the next victim. In a desperate bid for survival, he fights back against his captors, using a variety of ingenious tactics to escape the nightmare. Chris's struggle culminates in a violent confrontation with Rose's family. He manages to overcome the horrors of the Armitage estate, defeating Dean and Jeremy in a series of tense encounters. He confronts Missy, who attempts to re-hypnotize him, but he fights against her influence, ultimately escaping. As Chris flees the estate, he faces Rose one last time. In a climactic moment, he is forced to confront the brutal reality of the family's machinations. Just as it seems he may succumb to her, Rod arrives in the nick of time, rescuing Chris from the clutches of the Armitage family. The film concludes with Chris and Rod driving away from the horror of the Armitage home, leaving behind the terror that transpired. Rose's fate is left ambiguous, but her demise is heavily implied. Get Out ends on a powerful note, leaving audiences to reflect on the themes of racism, identity, and the consequences of a society that commodifies black bodies. Get Out serves as a gripping commentary on racial tensions in America, blending horror with social critique in a way that lingers long after the credits roll. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.